Hey guys, so this is Serene Vegan and welcome. And in this video I want to talk about how or why people demonize carbs, proteins, and fats. So it's kind of like every macronutrient, that's what carbs and protein and fats are. They're macro. Micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals. We're just going to talk about macros. So every macro is being demonized. So by the standard American diet people that eat, low carb, high fat diets, and they emphasize protein too much as like the god of the macros. And then there's the vegan community who emphasize too much on carbs and pretty much become kind of scared of fat and protein. And it's kind of like you have two extremes. You have the meat eaters, too extreme on their diet, highlighting protein as a main macro, and then you have the vegans who highlight the carbs, in their macros. And it's kind of like, it's two extremes, and it's kind of like we shouldn't demonize any type of macro. These macros are important. It's just you have to find out the right balance for your needs, because not everyone's going to need a high carb vegan diet. Some people will gain weight as, eating too many high carbs and too many carbs. So it's about harmonizing these macronutrients. It's about having the right balance. It's about having to find how much fat you really need in the day. You might need more, you might need less, it depends. You might need more protein depending if you're an athlete or if you're a couch potato. So all these factors come into play. So if you are a couch potato versus someone who has a very physically demanding job, so who's going to need more or less carbs? It's not about demonizing a protein or a carb or a fat. It's not about demonizing any macro. We should work together to harmonize these macros. It's not, none of them are evil. Fat isn't evil. Carbs isn't not evil. Protein isn't evil. We should find a good balance, especially for your body type. So that's the experience that I've had as a vegan. I've learned to get over my fat phobia. I've learned to get over my protein phobia. And I've learned that carbs, just eating carbs might not be the best, depending on your body and physical or active physical level. So physical activity, it depends. All these factors play a part. So when people say, I tried the Raw-to-4 diet, I ate all these calories, and I gained weight, the vegan diet sucks. It's kind of like, that's not very fair. It's like you tried one type of diet and you did it to a T, but it failed. It's because it might not have been the right vegan diet for you. You might have maybe needed less carbs and a bit more fat. You needed to change something, but then they end up blaming the whole vegan diet because this one Raw-to-4 or whatever, didn't work for them. And speaking of Raw-to-4, I started doing Raw-to-4 when I first turned vegan. Even as a vegetarian, when I first went vegetarian, I did Raw-to-4 style. But I've learned that it's not about 3,000 calories a day. I eat so much. I eat like half of 3,000 because I'm a sedentary couch potato right now. And it's not about eating as much. It's not about eating like all these calories, depending, like I said, on your body type and your physical activity level. It's not about eating all these calories. It's not about keeping your fat super low. It's it's not about that. You kind of have to forget about that and think about your body. Think about what your body needs. Experiment. Go through a month of just experimenting. Eat a higher fat diet. Just keep upping your fat intake until you feel like you don't gain weight and you actually feel improvements in your body. Play around with your diet. Play around with your macros to fit your body and your activity level. Play around with all that. That's what I had to do through trial and error. So sometimes I gain weight, sometimes I lost, right now I lost weight because I pretty much learned from my experience that when I was starting to gain weight, with Raw Till 4, trying to smash it all in, trying to eat, all these carbs, and I gained weight. It's not that the vegan diet failed, it's just that my body didn't need that much carbs. It didn't need that much calories. So I learned and I tweaked the macros, I tweaked my calories, and I lost the weight, and I still have energy. I still live a very happy, healthy, couch potato life. And, I exercise when I feel like it. I still feel great in this vegan diet. I still do. I make sure I get my micronutrients, my vitamins and minerals, my nutrition. So it's about making carbs, protein, and fat work for you. It's not about being scared of one or the other. It's about making them work for you, and find the right balance, make it work, and it will work. Trust me. All right. So this is just through my experience, and I don't demonize any micronutrient or any macronutrient anymore. I pretty much try to balance all my macros now. So that's what I experienced in this vegan lifestyle. So I'll see you guys later. Don't be afraid to eat that avocado. Don't be afraid to eat those nuts. Just play around with it and see what works for you. Okay, so like, subscribe, comment. I will see you guys later.